Welcome you once again in geological knowledge. So in the previous video, as we have discussed in the very first part, the very important and significant sedimentary rocks like conglomerate, breccia and sandstone, and their physical as well as chemical properties, the nature of their occurrence means in which type of environment they are occurring, what are their color and some characteristic properties, the textural variation, the composition, the chemical composition of the rock, means which minerals are generally present in case of conglomerate or sandstone, and some other breccia, some other important rocks we have talked about. And in the continuation of that series, today we will discuss, as we have already told in the very first part, that there will be at least two videos regarding the important sedimentary rocks from which the questions are generally and regularly asked in the examinations. So let's start our discussion. So this is the second part, as we have already mentioned, and the very first question that is dealing with the type of sandstone where cementing material is clay. Okay, so what is the type of sandstone in which the cementing material that is clay? And cementing material means the material that binds the mineral together. Okay, we all know that is the rocks are being composed of minerals, and the minerals, when they combine with the a particular or significant cementing material, then they gives rise to a constituent rock. Okay, so the question is dealing with the type of sandstone where the cementing material is clay is known as. So argillaceous sandstone, calcareous sandstone, argillaceous siliceous sandstone, or the ferruginous sandstone. Okay, so these are the options given in the question. So we all know that is the argillaceous rocks. Okay, argillaceous sandstone, they are among the soft varieties of sandstone because the cementing material is clay and that has not much inherent strength. Because we all know that is the clay material, when the material of a particular rock or the or the bounding material that is clay, so that is very inherent strength. Okay, they don't possess very inherent strength, that's why they are very soft in nature. Okay, and argillaceous rocks that we have already talked about. Okay, that is the rocks which are made up of very fine grained sediments, these are known as argillaceous rocks. Okay, so the correct option here will be option C, argillaceous sandstone. Okay, next question is dealing with the term quartzite is associated with which type of sandstone? Siliceous sandstone, calcareous sandstone. The options are again the same, argillaceous sandstone or the ferruginous sandstone. So we all know that is when silica is one of the cementing material in the sandstone, then it is called as siliceous sandstone. Okay, so siliceous sandstone, as you can identify from the name as well, so siliceous means, or the quartz that is made up of generally silica or silicon dioxide, SiO2, so that the name gives to the siliceous sandstone. So sometimes the quality of the siliceous cement is so dense and uniform in nature that a massive, compact and homogeneous rock is formed, and that rock is known as quartzite. Quartzite is a basically a metamorphic rock, but that is the protolith of quartz, that is the protolith of silicon dioxide. Okay, or we can call them the granite. Okay, so that's a metamorphic rock that we will discuss about in detail when we will talk about the metamorphic rocks, but as the question is here, so that's why we will discuss the term quartzite is associated with which type of sandstone. So the correct option will be option A, siliceous sandstone. Okay, and argillaceous that we have talked about previously in the first question, that is the clay material or the clay minerals. Third question is dealing with the Red Fort of India is built using which sedimentary rock? That's very interesting questions, and generally the questions are asked in the examination. That is, for example, Taj Mahal is formed of which marble? Okay, Red Fort is formed of which rock? Or generally that sandstone. So okay, the option here that is sandstone, that we will discuss in detail. But the questions, they are generally asked in the examination. Okay, some other questions like the parliament or some other famous buildings or the famous structures which have been built of some very important rocks. Okay, so that is the, sometimes the questions are generally asked. Okay, so you must understand or you must know the important buildings or the important monuments which have been made up of which particular rock. Okay, so the question is the Red Fort of India that is built using which sedimentary rock? So the sandstone, they are most commonly used as the material of constructions. Okay, whether it's Vindhyan sandstone or Kadapa sandstone, so that varies. Okay, so building stones, pavement stones, road stones, they are also as a source of material for the concrete also. Okay, but as far as the question of Red Fort is concerned, so Red Fort of India that is made up of the red sandstone. Okay, so option C is the right answer. Fourth one is sails are generally characterized with distinct. Because what is the distinct property of sail on the basis of which they are being characterized? Cleavage, specific gravity, fracture, or the parting. Okay, so the famous property that is the parting. Okay, so sail is a very fine grained sedimentary rock of argillaceous composition. Okay, so we all know that a sail is the type of the nature of sail that is argillaceous. Okay, and they are often soft and they can be scratched by knife. Okay, so they are softer rocks, and their composition that we have already talked, that is argillaceous in composition, and sails are generally characterized with a distinct fissility which is known as parting also, and that's generally parallel to the bedding planes. So bedding planes which are occurring in a particular sail rock, so they are parallel to the fissility or the parting. Okay, so that is the correct option, option D, parting. Fifth one is the mineralogical composition of sail is clearly understood. So there is a statement given here and you have to understand or you have to write down or pick it out whether it's true or false. So we all know that is the mineral composition of sail, that is generally clay minerals. Okay, that we have already talked about, that sail is a very important argillaceous sedimentary rock, and argillaceous sedimentary rock, these are generally made up of clay minerals like kaolinite, montmorillonite or the illite, and small amounts of other minerals such as quartz, mica and chlorite and some other minor minerals, they are also present in its composition. But clay minerals, that is the important or significant distinguishing mineral in the composition of sail. Because so mineralogically they are clay minerals, but the question is saying that the mineralogical composition of sail is clearly understood, whether it's true or false. So the exact mineralogical composition of sails, that is often difficult to ascertain. Why? Because of the very fine grained, very fine size of the constituents. So we all know that is in the Wentworth grain size scale, the argillaceous sedimentary rock or the clay minerals, they occur at the last. Okay, so these are very fine grained sedimentary rocks or the very fine grained size of the constituent materials. That's why it's very difficult to assign them a name. Okay, so that's why the option B, that is right, or the given statement that is the mineralogical composition of sail is clearly understood, that is false option. Question number 6 is dealing with the tendency of a rock to split into flat cell-like fragments which are generally parallel to the bedding plane. They are known as the cleavage, the fracture, the specific gravity, or the fissility. So fissility, that we have already talked about. So shales are characterized with a distinct property of fissility. And how we can define fissibility? So the tendency of a rock to split into flat cell-like or the fragments which are generally parallel to bedding planes. Because so these are the rock to split in the flat or cell-like fragments. Okay, and essentially they should be parallel to the bedding plane. Okay, so the fissility of shale is partly primary and partly secondary in nature. Okay, so correct option here is option D, fissility. Seventh one is, which type of shale involves both clastic and non-clastic sources? Means the shale which have the clastic and non-clastic both types of sources. Residual shales, transported shales, quartz shales, or the hybrid shales. So very you can easily understand, that is hybrid shales. So hybrid means they are composed of both clastic and non-clastic both type of sources. Okay, so in hybrid shales the materials which are derived both from the clastic sources as well as the non-clastic sources, especially those from the organic sources, make up the rock. Okay, so correct option, that is option C. Eighth one is, you have to name the type of shale involving decay and decomposition. The type of shale that involves the decay and composition. So there are various shales and their varieties, like calcareous shales, the ferruginous shale, the carbonaceous shale, siltstone, that is also a type of shale, and mudstone. Okay, but the question is here that you have to name the type of shale involving decay and decomposition. So option these are given here. So residual shales, that is the right answer. So residual shales, these are formed from the decay and decomposition of pre-existing rock. So the rocks which are pre-existing, when they are get decayed and decomposed, so the residual shales, they are formed by that process, and they are generally followed by the compaction and consolidation. So when they decay, the decay process or the decomposition process takes place. After this process, they are generally in succession of that process, the compaction and the consolidation of the particles in the adjoining basins, that takes place without much mixing. Okay, so that's why they are known as the residual shales. Okay, so correct option is option A. Ninth one is, which sedimentary rock is present in majority on earth? Shale, sandstone, breccia, and conglomerate. So option that is shale. So of the all sedimentary rocks occurring on the surface of the earth, shales are most predominant in nature, forming more than 70-80% of this particular group. Okay, these rocks occur in massive formations and beds extending over several hundred kilometers in many cases. Okay, so the most extinguishing or the most distinguishing rock, sedimentary rock, which is present in majority on the earth, that is the shale. So option A is the right answer. 10th one is, which among the following is not use of shale? So uses of shales, for four options are given here, which generally leads to the uses of shale, and you have to pick out which one is not use of shale. Used in the manufacture of bricks and tiles, used as source of alumina, used as a paraffin, used as a precious gemstone. So we all know that is the gemstone variety that is not considered of. So shale don't have any gemstone variety. Okay, so easily you can answer out, that is the option D. And the remaining four options, so shales are the variously used for the manufacture of bricks and tiles. These are also takes place, these are at place sources of alumina and paraffin and oil also. Okay, so the correct option, that is the used as the precious gemstone, that is not the use of sale. So option D will be the right answer. So this was our discussion about some other very important questions related to the important sedimentary rocks. Okay, and in the next video we will talk about other questions. Okay.